Hello students, welcome back to Excel Academy's YouTube channel. As all of you are aware, every Saturday we are releasing the current news awareness update to the CSEET students in specific. But in general, this can be utilized by everybody to keep abreast with the current happenings that are happening in the world. Just a reminder that CSEET exams would happen in the month of May, and there are a lot of students who are already preparing for it. And current affairs is a part of paper number 4, and this is asked for 20 marks. And there is no set syllabus, although there is a reference syllabus that is given by the institute. It is not relevant anymore because the book was written way back in 2019 or so. So things have changed drastically. So the best source that one can have is the newspapers. And we have told this earlier also in our videos. You need to follow papers like the Economic Times, the Business Standard, the Financial Express, such newspapers to know about the current happenings in the world of politics, economics, business, commerce, etc. Come, let's see the important things that have happened in the last week and try to understand the important things. Okay, so this is the current affairs weekly roundup, session number 3. We have already done 2 in the past, and here we are trying to cover the news that has been published in the newspapers between Jan 18th and Jan 22nd. Now, Sensex breaches 50,000 mark. This is a landmark thing that has happened in the Indian stock markets. As all of you know, there are 2 prominent markets in India. One is the BSE, which stands for Bombay Stock Exchange. Other is the NSE, which is the National Stock Exchange. Well, Bombay Stock Exchange, the index of the Bombay Stock Exchange is named Sensex. It stands for Sensitivity Index. So what is done is the top 30 performing companies of BSE is considered, and based on their performance, the Sensex is decided. So in the world today, one of the top performing markets is, of course, the Indian markets, and the BSE has crossed 50,000 mark, and NSE is somewhere between 14,500 and 15,000 mark. So this is a landmark thing that has taken place in the country. And all those who have invested in the stock markets, there is a good chance of them making big time money. You should also understand one thing, like how GDP is not one of the indices to tell that an economy is doing well. Even the stock market indices cannot be taken solely as an index to tell that the economy is doing well. But having said that, it is one of the important indices that we have to watch out for. At present, Indian stock markets are doing extremely well, and companies belonging to pharma sector, IT sector, they are performing really well. It's a nice thing to follow the trade that happens in the stock markets. Right. PMAY Urban centers not to construction of 1.68 lakh houses. Important thing. The PMAY stands for Pradhan Mantri Awas Yojana. So under this, the central government plans to construct houses for the urban poor. So now the central government has sanctioned 1.68 lakh houses to be built for the urban poor. So this is something which all of us have to follow. Right, let's go ahead. India sees more Venezuela, Iran oil exports under Biden. Now, in the last week itself, we had told you that the president in USA has changed. On 20th of Jan, the new president took over. Donald Trump, who was from the Republican Party, lost office, and the US office has been, president's office has been taken over by Democratic Party's person, Joe Biden. So there are a lot of big changes that Biden is bringing. He is rewriting certain policies and norms that Donald Trump had brought in. One of them is relaxation on the ban of export of oil from Venezuela, Iran, and other countries. So this is going to change the entire scene of the trade in the world. So India sees more Venezuela and Iran oil exports under Biden. So we may start getting oil from these countries. So this is something very big which all of us have to follow very, very closely. And Biden's policies will definitely have an impact on the world economy. So we need to keep a close watch on the policies of Joe Biden. elected representatives above 50 years likely to be vaccinated in the next round. See, this is a very, very, tricky times that we are in. Uh, the COVID vaccine has already been, introduced, and people are getting vaccinated. So there are a lot of people who are questioning, why are the political leaders not getting vaccinated? So if the political leaders had got vaccinated first, there would have been another row where people would have told all the top brass political leaders are getting vaccinated and they're not worried about the common people. So it's a very tricky situation. You can call it catch 22, you can give the name that you want. But here there comes a news which says that the elected representatives who are 50 years and above, they may be chief ministers, they may be MPs, they may be MLAs, so they would be vaccinated, because as all of us are aware, children below the age of 10 and people above the age of 50, 60, 70 are highly vulnerable to the COVID-19 infection. So now in the second round, the 50-year-old and above representatives would be vaccinated. Fire at Serum Institute claims 5 lives, vaccine production unaffected. Now, what is this Serum Institute? Serum Institute is in Pune, and this is the company which is producing COVID Shield vaccine in India. So there are two vaccines that are approved. First one comes from Bharat Biotech and it is called Covaxin. COVID Shield comes from Pune-based vaccine manufacturer Serum Institute of India. This was started sometime in 1965-66, and they are one of the largest manufacturers of vaccine, not just in India but across the world. So there was fire accident in the company, and it has been told that the production of Covaxin is not affected. So we need to remember COVID Shield, Covaxin, Bharat Biotech and Serum Institute. There would be a question related to this. Next thing is current state. Now a battery that charges in 5 minutes. The whole world today is talking about electric vehicles, right? So we had a discussion last week about Tesla coming to India, Tesla setting up their research office in Bangalore, and they're looking for places in other states where they can go and set up their production unit. So a lot of things are happening. And Indian companies like Mahindra, Tatas, they are also one of the front runners to come out with electric run vehicles. We are also seeing Volvo and other big companies are all set to come out with lorries, trucks and buses which runs on electricity. So in the next 10 years, or maybe who knows, maybe in 5 years, there will be a big change in the automobile sector. There are a lot of problems that are associated. There are a lot of challenges that are to be met. One of them is, what is the time that is required for the car battery to get charged? So that is one of the biggest questions that these companies have to answer, because we cannot charge the car for hours together and then run for few hours. It is not going to work. So now an Israel-based company which is called StoreDot has invented a lithium ion battery which is expected to be charged in 5 minutes. If this becomes a reality, then one of the biggest hurdles, biggest challenges, biggest concerns will be addressed. Right, Karnataka is top state again, Delhi best among UTs in the Innovation Index. Karnataka's Bangalore has always been called the Silicon capital of the country, or the Silicon Valley of India. You have a lot of IT and ITES companies which operate from Bangalore. Silicon Valley is in the US, and that's the place where there are a lot of startups, tech startups. So we feel that Bangalore is the Silicon Valley of India. So it's quite natural that Karnataka is one of the most innovative states in the country, and Delhi becomes the best among the union territories. So this is something very important. Such questions are normally asked in the current affairs exam. Cabinet approves 5,282 crores to revive J&K hydro project. See, there was this article in place called the Article 370. So this Article 370 was removed from J&K, and J&K is now an integral part of the Union of India. And after the removal of Article 370, Government of India is investing heavily in this region just to ensure that there is equal opportunity, and there is no regional imbalance, and there is infrastructural development and economic growth in the state. And the result is seen here. The government of India has approved 5,228 crore rupees for the revival of the hydro project in J&K. Companies need enough reserves in the tank to fight competition. So this comes from Deep Kalra. He is the Make My Trip founder. So here there is an interesting statement that comes. This is the taken from the interview. It says that fundamentally there is a lot of capital available internationally, and they are looking for good companies. I think India will be the beneficiary. So in the world, we know that there are many economies, many countries in the world whose economy is going to a slump. So investors are in search of companies which have some wonderful ideas and business models in place. So this article tells that any company with a great business idea and a business plan in place has a fantastic opportunity where they can expect the international investors to invest in their businesses. So that's the gist of this entire article. Early birds, IT firms take the lead in strong Q3 show. So Q3 is the quarter 3 of the country. We know that the financial year is divided into 4 quarters. So the last quarter is October, November and December. So this is Q3 for us. Now we are in Q4 where we have Jan, Feb and March. So the results of the IT firms in the Q3 is extremely good, and this is very encouraging, and that is one of the reasons why Indian markets are doing extremely well. Lower taxation can support edge tech companies. So what are edge tech companies? For example, Excel Academy is also an edge tech company where education is brought to you all through the help of technology. So we have some big names in the country like the Unacademy, Vedantu, Byju's. All these are some of the big edge tech companies, but there are a lot of other edge tech companies which are operating in the country. So what we see here is that these edge tech offerings fall under 18% GST, which is on the higher side, because we know that although there is another slab which is in excess of 20, there the number of items have been reduced drastically, and now more or less 18% seems to be the topmost slab, because a lot of items fall under 18%. So the point that we have to understand is even education technology is considered under the 18% slab. If EdTech offerings should reach every person in the country, and if these companies have to grow and become bigger, this slab should be changed. Maybe it should be put under 12% category, or if possible even under 5% category. This will encourage the EdTech companies to do extremely well and take quality education to every corner of the country. So this is an expectation that we all look forward in this union budget, which will be presented on 1st of Feb 2021. Hike no longer an app on app stores. Hike was considered as a competitor, as a substitute for WhatsApp. It's very unfortunate that Hike never made a great mark in the markets, and Hike is no more found in the app store. It means that it is going to very slowly fade away and people will stop using Hike. Total plus 2 billion into Adani Green. So Total is a company which is into fuel and other things, and it's a French company. So French energy giant to also get seat on board of directors. So they have invested close to $2 billion. That is around 15,000 crore rupees. Approximately this is the amount they have invested on Adani, and they will also become the members of the board in Adani company. Important news to be remembered, might come in handy in the examination. So this was the news that we wanted to cover this week, and I hope this video was of some help to you all. If you have liked the video, please hit the like button. If you have to share anything, please leave it in the comment section. If you are yet to subscribe for our Excel Academy YouTube channel, please do subscribe for the latest updates related to CS course. And do follow us, and let's meet once again next week and continue our discussion. Thank you so much.